This is a breaking news alert.
Thanks so much for joining me on the WSAZ Now Desk. Good morning, everyone. I'm Shannon Litton, and we do come to you with a breaking news alert this morning. We have been following major backups along I-64 and I-77 in Kanawha County this morning. I do want to bring in Marley Pinchuk this morning because, Marley, let me get the right camera here. There we go. Marley, we have been dealing with this since this morning. I know this is something we're going to be following throughout the day. And honestly, even whenever I was on the morning shows, it was getting a little bit tricky to navigate I-64, but now those closures have really extended onto past I-64 and onto I-77 for that matter.
It's a mess, to put it lightly. I got word about it right around 9:30 this morning that they were going to close off that Oakwood exit ramp, or off ramp if you want to call it. So say if you're going 64 west on the Fort Hill Bridge, you can't get off of that Oakwood exit to get onto 119 now. That is a major artery for those morning commutes, for lunchtime, evening commutes. And what we are expecting, according to West Virginia 511 officials, is that this closure is going to be in place for at least 24 hours. And it's all because of some bridge deck repairs happening along the Fort Hill Bridge that is right next to that Oakwood exit right there. And what they're doing, according to West Virginia 511 officials, is they're doing some pothole repair work. And if you remember not too long ago, a few weeks ago, I would say, there was some pothole work happening in that same area. So drivers here are no stranger to road work happening in this area, but also the impacts that this is causing for traffic backups. And backups are not only being seen right here, on our Bigley camera, the West Virginia 7764 split, that camera there, you can see back-to-back traffic. But also, we are seeing standstill bumper-to-bumper traffic very slowly moving as far back as near the Greenbrier exit.
And that's a few miles from there, too. I have it pulled up here now, Marley, and you
Yeah.
can see it's weird to see 77 to a standstill there on the right side of the screen, but the left side of the screen, traffic moving along like nothing is happening for that matter. So I think it's clear, it's important we reiterate to our viewers, this is all going on the work that is on I-64 westbound. It's going on the westbound lanes as if you're heading from Charleston to Huntington. And here's what it looks like right there at the from the Oakwood Road interchange camera. But you can see even the exit there, Marley, at the Oakwood Road is closed because they had to bring in that truck there to help with this road project. And you can see there the fast lane, the middle lane, absolutely shut down, only the slow lane moving through there. And again, you can't even get off there at Oakwood Road.
Right. And interstate travel, if you think about it, you have to have more than one lane open for everything to be running smoothly. So at this time, when this road work is going on and you have that single lane open, traffic is already going to be moving extremely slow, but then you have the road work to go along with it. And you can see it is just a traffic nightmare right now. And so, we talk about detours. And of course, Shannon, like you said, just to reiterate, if you are going towards the Fort Hill Bridge, so that westbound, 64 westbound in that area, you're going to be in a standstill. But eastbound, you are good to go. Even if you want to travel down towards the turnpike down there, if you're going 77 south, you are good to go. It is just if you are going mainly eastbound, if you're going from, towards the Fort Hill Bridge, if you're going towards the Huntington area, just to put it in layman's terms there. But for detours, I was talking with West Virginia 511 officials, and, he said really, at this time, it's kind of hard to throw out a detour with interstate traffic, especially when you're talking about those big trucks. It's hard. But for those detours, though, and let me bring it up here. So according to West Virginia 511 officials, they say that US 119 southbound traffic can continue to South Charleston and take the new Jefferson Road back to 119 southbound. So again, US 119 southbound traffic can continue to South Charleston. You take the new Jefferson Road back to 119 southbound. So that's really the only major detour that you can take right now, of course, if you are in that spot to take it.
Now, Marley, of course, this is something we've been following since the morning. I know in the morning we were saying we didn't really have an idea of how long the road would be closed. I know you've been in contact with West Virginia DOH officials, and they're telling you this closure is going to be lasting at the very least 24 hours?
Yes, at least 24 hours is that we are hearing that at this time, according to West Virginia 511 officials. I mean, you talk about this intense road work happening. There's the possibility that it could go on for longer. We don't know that at this time. But for right now, those officials are saying, hey, at least 24 hours, expect that to be closed. So this means, Shannon, that for your evening commute after work, if you have a loved one that takes this route to go home, pack on a significant amount of time if interstate travel is your only friend at that point.
Right. And Marley, of course, you've been mentioning that the thing here, that obviously evening traffic is going to be very problematic for people who are maybe going from Charleston to Huntington or what have you this evening. So obviously, if you weren't dealing with this in the morning, you're definitely going to be dealing with it this evening. This is a camera I showed throughout most of the morning hour, Marley, at the Bigley interchange there. And you can see all of this bumper-to-bumper traffic, of course, of people trying to even emerge because you got 3 lanes of traffic trying to merge into one at that point, trying to get through the Oakwood Road interchange there, through the Fort Hill Bridge. But again, a lot of problems here, and this is all because of the construction. I know you just told us, of course, this is going to be at least 24 hours, and I know this is something, of course, too, that you're going to be following for us over on Studio 3 and WSAZ Midday. And, of course, we'll be bringing you updates here on the WSAZ Now Desk and WSAZ.com as soon as we learn it. But again, Marley, you're saying it's going to be at least 24 hours for this.
At least 24 hours is what we are hearing at this time from West Virginia 511 officials.
Okay, well, that's going to wrap it up for us. And now here on the WSAZ Now Desk, we will have much more coverage on this with Marley Pinchak over on Studio 3 and, of course, WSAZ Midday. And, of course, remember, you can always stay up to date on the news on your smartphone by downloading our WSAZ app. It's free for both Apple and Android. Thanks so much for joining us. And Marley, thank you.
Thank you.